Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This video is going to be my bronzer collection and declutter. I am going to go through all my bronzers and tell you what I'm keeping and what I am no longer using and yeah, the things that I want to get rid of. It has been about a year since I last did this, so yeah, it's about time. Let's get into it. Alright, so here are the baskets that are currently in my drawers. I also have the products that I am currently reviewing. So I'm just gonna put the baskets to the side for a second, because I want to show you these things first, because I'm not going to be decluttering, I'm still reviewing them. So this is the Kiko Milano Create Your Balance Color Boost Face Bronzer in 01 Sienna. And this is quite a cool toned matte bronzer. It is very perfecting on the skin. I actually really like it so far. I am almost ready to review this. Probably I'm gonna do a new makeup update soon with this one. Then I recently got 2 She Glam powder foundations to use as bronzers. I got the shade Wheat and I got the shade Butterscotch, and I tried these in my She Glam try on haul, so you can see how they look on my skin over there. But I like the slightly deeper one the most because it's a bit more pink in undertone. This one is a little bit lighter but a little bit more yellow. But so far I really like these formulas as bronzers. I thought I should just show them in this video because that's how I'm gonna use them. Then we have the Moira cream bronzer. This one is the Stay Golden cream bronzer in 01 Light. This one is very warm toned, a bit too warm for me, but the formula is really nice. So I don't know if I'm gonna be keeping this for a long time, but at least for now it's gonna stay in my collection because I just wanna get a feel for the formula, but it's just a little yellow for me. Then we have the Catrice Sun Melted Cream Bronzer in 020 Beach Babe, and this one is such a nice formula. It is very creamy, but it does dry down. It kind of dries down to this powdery feel, but it looks creamy, it feels creamy. It's really nice to apply, it's really easy to use, and it's really affordable. So I actually really like this one so far. Let's get into the first basket. So I'm actually really into bronzers. I really love bronzers, but I feel like I just am a little bit overwhelmed and I have some things that I just don't really need in my life anymore. Let's start with the Goddess Glow Cream Contour and Bronze by Revolution Pro. I actually really like this. This is a poofy type product like this, and yeah, I really like it. I like the formula. I want to use this a little bit more, so I'm gonna be keeping that. Then the Colourpop Get Sandy Super Shock Bronzer Matte. I had mixed feelings about this because at first I thought this is so lightly pigmented. I don't even really know what to do with that, if I really like that, and it is lightly pigmented, but once it is on it looks really good. So I've actually started to like this more than I did at the beginning, and I've actually started to appreciate it. I have just accepted that I really have to load on the brush to get the result that I want, and that probably I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly if I really get into it, but that's just what it's gonna be. It's not that expensive, so yeah, it's not the best thing. I'm gonna go through it, but it's just what it is. I feel like on the edges it has gotten a little bit darker, almost as if it's a little dirty. It's almost like it has dried out. Feels really dry. Has this dried out? There's almost nothing coming off and it feels really strange, and on the edges it looks so kind of dark. Okay, I think I can still get some color off, but if it's really dried out then probably I'm gonna declutter it pretty soon. But I'm gonna keep it just for now. I don't know, maybe I have to get a new one. Okay, another one that I'm gonna keep is the Kiko Milano Beauty World 2-in-1 cushion bronzer and contour for the face. This is 01. I really like it. Also a poof style bronzer. It is a bit messy, but the thing that I like about this one is that it's not too pigmented, so it's really easy to use. I feel like this one is super foolproof for a cream product, so I actually really enjoy this one. Then we have the Full Heat Matte Bronzer by BH Cosmetics. This was from their summer collection. This one is too warm and too deep for me, so I am gonna be decluttering this one. I'm probably gonna keep it around. I might keep it around for the end of year roundup videos, so I'm not really gonna fully declutter it yet, but it's gonna be out of my collection. Then we have the Nala Skin Bronzing in Ambra. I absolutely love this one. It's such a great bronzer. I've used it so many times. I love the shade. This is one of my absolute faves in my collection. I'm gonna be keeping this. Then we have the Kiko Milano Full Coverage Blurring Powder Foundation in 080. I thought I could use this as a bronzer, but it's too deep. It is too warm for me, so this is gonna go. It is not what I thought it would be. I was thinking I could buy that instead of the She Glam that I actually wanted. I should have just gone for the She Glam right away because it's not expensive anyway. Then I have here the Kiko Milano Precious Rituals Long Lasting Vegan Bronzer in 02 Sienna. I don't know how I really feel about this because the packaging is really bulky. It is a special type of packaging, but it is really bulky. And this is a collection that disappeared after a few weeks and it was really strange. And I have to say, I don't really reach for this one anymore. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just kind of bulky. I think I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile because it's not like I don't have the space for it. Since I have moved, I have a lot more space for my makeup. So this is gonna be a maybe. Then one of my absolute favorite cream bronzers is the Revolution Cream Bronzer. This one is in light. I absolutely love this one. It's so creamy, it's so juicy. It perfects the skin so much. I absolutely love this one. Then this BH Cosmetics Summer Heat Cream Bronzer is way too yellow for me, but I do like the formula. It's pretty new in my collection and I think I want to keep it around for now because it's new and it's still usable. I feel like it's a little bit too new to get rid of right away. Then the Sol Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm in Light. This one is too warm for me actually, but I have really enjoyed this cream bronzer. It is a beautiful formula. It's very nice. It's beautiful. But I feel like even though I still really like it, it's a great cream bronzer. It has gotten me very much into cream bronzer. I think it's time for me to let this go. It's not my shade. It's a bit older. I have used it. I know what the formula is like. I don't think I'm really going to be talking about this more because I just have other ones that I like more by now than this one. Then another absolute favorite cream bronzer is the Sculpting Touch Creamy Stick Contour. Officially it's a contour, but I use it as a bronzer. This is so easy to use. It's a beautiful kind of like neutral color. It's not too gray. It works beautifully for me as a bronzer. It's just so easy. So I'm gonna be keeping this one for sure. Then the Shape Stick by Be Perfect. This is a very, very cool toned contour stick. And it is just, this one is a bit too cool for me to use as a bronzer. It is really, really cool. But I could use it as a contour, but I don't really contour. So it's like, what should I do with this? It also doesn't have the creaminess that I would personally want in a cream bronzer. Like I like something juicy and creamy, but not sticky. And this one, there's just a little bit of tuck to it. It's a little bit dry. I think I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. Next up we have the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. This is the one in Bright Side. This is a nice cream bronzer. I haven't really like gone into it that much since I got it because I just feel a little bit like the packaging is not as sturdy as I would want to. At least I thought it was not as sturdy. Now that I have really like pressed it down and it really clicked, I feel like maybe it's not as bad as I thought. It just feels like this part just feels a little bit like it could turn really easily and it could turn up in your makeup bag. It just doesn't feel as sturdy as some things that I own. But I'm gonna keep it for sure. I'm gonna use it more. Like, it is a nice cream bronzer. And then the last of this basket, this is the NARS Laguna Sunkissed Bronzing Cream. In my last bronzer declutter, I was kind of thinking if I should declutter it, since then I've actually used it quite a lot. I've been getting really into it. Like, I found a way to use this. And the way to use this is to not be scared. Like, just don't be scared, because it looks scary when you first apply it, but then when you blend it out, it's like so easy. So I actually have come to love this quite a bit. I'm kind of thinking if I should buy one shade lighter for the winter. I think I would really enjoy it. All right, the next basket. The Kiko Milano Charming Escape Silky Bronzer in 01 Tender Honey. I really love it. I reach for this quite a bit. It's a beautiful shade of bronzer. It's very like satiny, very skin-like, very easy to use. Next up we have the Catrice Holiday Skin Luminous Bronzer. This is very skin-like. It's not shimmery or glittery or very shiny at all. It just looks so much like your skin but better. I really love this shade on me as well, so I am 100% gonna be keeping this one. The Be Perfect Bronzer in Sand. I actually really like this formula. It's a really nice bronzer. It's very like nice and cool toned, and it's creamy and it's easy to use. I really like it. So yeah, gonna be keeping it. Then the Kiko Radiant Touch Bronzing Powder. This one is not my shade at all. Like this did not work out. Just look at how deep that looks on my skin. That looked so blotchy on me. So this is gonna go for sure. I'm sure if I would have gone into the store and bought the right shade, I would have liked this formula, but this looks so bad on me. Like, I took a bit of a risk there. I bought it online and it didn't really work out. Then we have the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in light medium. I actually quite like this one. I haven't really reached for it recently because this is one that I only want to use for a very specific look. This is for a no makeup look. For a no makeup look. I don't really like this using it with like a full face of makeup with a lot of eyeshadow. It just looks a bit odd because this is just very natural. It just lets all your imperfections shine through, and there's something to be said about this bronzer, and I really loved it when I was just doing minimal makeup in the summer, not this summer, but last summer. For a very specific occasion, this is a great bronzer and it's a fave. I think I'm gonna keep it because it's very different from other things I own, but it's not something I can wear whenever. Let's move on to this duo. I do put duos like this with my bronzers. I think they're a little too small for putting them with the face palettes that I own. This is the Holiday Skin Bronze and Glow palette by Catrice. This is supposed to be a dupe for Charlotte Tilbury. I really like this one. I really like the bronzer. It's a nice formula. It's the same formula as we have in the other Holiday Skin that I just showed you, but this one is like a slightly deeper shade, which is nice for the summer. Next up we have the Kiko Milano Happy Birthday Bellezza Baked Bronze in 02 Sienna. Very glowy, very shiny, not like chunky shimmery, but it's a very glowy product and it's not extremely pigmented. It just gives this bronzy glow to the skin. I really love it. I'm gonna keep it. Next up we have another Kiko Milano Cream Bronzer and highlighter duo stick. So this is from the Little Mermaid collection. Here we have the bronzer and here we have the kind of champagne colored highlighter. I put this in with the bronzers because that's what I mainly use it for, and this one I really like. It's a really great one. It is very easy to use, very easy to throw on. Just very nice. Next up we have the Kiko Milano Blossoming Beauty Floral Bronzer in 02 Bright Sienna. And this one is a matte bronzer. Very nice and cool tone. I really like the packaging and the embossing. I am for sure gonna be keeping this one. Then the LYS Bronzer. This one is the No Limits Matte Bronzer in Motivate, the light shade. And I'm not even really sure what I thought of this. I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure I quite liked it. The thing with these LYS products is that I find them so annoying to store. Like, these shapes are so annoying for me to store, and I feel like it's just not worth it with the bronzer. I never reach for it. I don't really care for it. It didn't impress me that much, and I feel like it is time to let go of this one. It couldn't have been that good if I don't even really remember what I thought. It's also a brand that is so hard for me to get, so I can't really like fully get into it and really give you the tea, the scoops, the newness. I don't feel like it's really a brand that is gonna be featured on my channel much more. Then we have the Flower Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer. I really love the texture of this one. Like, it makes your skin look so good, but it's quite warm toned and the packaging is also kind of broken. It's a little wonky. I don't know if I'm still gonna be using this one, but I feel like what do I feel like? It's such a nice baked bronzer. I just wish that I could get the cooler tone one in the Netherlands. It's not possible. We only have the warmer toned one here. I think I'm gonna keep it for just a little longer because I do really like the formula, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it like the next round of declutters. Then the Kiko Milano Lost in Amalfi Bronzer and Highlighter Duo in 02 Sun Kissed. I have not used this enough, but I feel like I still want to dig into it a little bit. I still feel like I could use this more. I really get into it. I really like the formula. So yeah, I'm gonna be keeping this one. The Essence Kiss by the Light Illuminating Powder in 02 Sun Kissed. This is very nice as kind of like a bronzer topper, but I don't feel like I really personally need this in my life, because if I just use a little bit of a darker highlighter, I get the same effect or a little bit of a glowy bronzer, and I just never get excited about this one. So I'm gonna declutter this one. It's not bad, it's just not really for me. Like, I don't really get excited about it. I would, for instance, use this Kiko Milano Festival Glow Baked Bronzer in 02 Burnt Sienna. This is also very glowy. It is also very nice and baked and just kind of like this bronzer topper. And I think I would rather reach for this one, even though like the tone of it is a bit different. Okay, wait. I'm gonna do a swatch. A comparison. Here we have the Kiko and here we have the Essence. The Essence seems more highlighty and a little bit more pink, but I think, yeah, there's no use in keeping that one. I mean, I'm not gonna keep the Essence, I'm gonna keep the Kiko. We're almost done. This is the Colourpop Matte Bronzer in Avila Peach. And the thing with this one is that it's pretty hard to open sometimes. Well, this time that went pretty smoothly. I actually quite like this bronzer. It seems to have a little bit of heartburn. I think I'm gonna keep it around for just a little while longer because the shade of this is quite nice and I do like a matte bronzer from time to time. And then lastly we have the Catrice Matte Face and Body Bronzer. This one is from the Tropic Exotic Limited Edition, the one in Exotic Glow. I really love this one. It's a beautiful shade, it's a beautiful formula. It's like this satiny, like skin-like finish. It blends beautifully. It just looks amazing on the skin. I really like it. Alright, let's grab the Maybe Pal. Wait. This isn't in the Maybe Pal. What happened? Okay, this is the Maybe Pal. I think I'm gonna be keeping this one just for a little while longer because I have the space now and I don't feel like I really have to get rid of it, and maybe I can use it like a few more times to see how I really feel about it. I feel like this one I would use for the possibility that I would contour, but I am not a contour person. I don't like that. I don't like contouring. I don't feel like it fits my face. It doesn't fit my vibe, my aesthetic. I just love soft lines and just softness in the face. So I think I'm gonna declutter this one. Yeah. Alright, so this is everything I am decluttering in the end. I am decluttering 7 bronzers. And now let's just put everything that I am keeping in these baskets. Alright, so these are the cream bronzers, these are the powder bronzers. Let me just count how many I am keeping. 10 cream bronzers and 13 powder bronzers. Not counting the new bronzers that I'm still reviewing. Like, these are not fully into my collection yet. I still have to try them out and see how I feel. But those are 5 bronzers that are probably gonna get in my collection soon and I'm gonna add to these baskets. So yeah, that's actually gonna be everything for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and don't forget to subscribe. And then I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.